let's begin the magical circle and get you all into the nice zone of in the game.
Ah!
I actually
I love this song.
haven't gained. Where's the roll 20s? Is that Skype? Is it...
It's an application.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh my god.
This
Okay.
is my fave song by Fever Ray.
It was a
Actually,
really good
it's a
zone.
tie between this one and I'm Not Done.
Oh,
That one's so good.
this is really awesome. I love the gritty feel of it. But
Electro horror.
Oh my
Yeah,
god, I
I can-
used this picture in my campaign. This is cool.
Okay,
Oh, sweet.
aspirations.
Yes,
Don't
aspirations,
kill
and-
Zolfikar.
And can someone double check Josh's stream to make sure it's working while I hunt down some other pictures, see if I can find something.
Did you draw a picture of the Kerberoi once?
I drew a Kerberoi.
Yeah. Do they all look different?
Yeah, they never look the same twice.
Good. I want to draw one.
They are literal manifestations of the land, so it can change based on like the area. And there are so many kinds of crazy like different locations. I think. Oh right, yeah. You guys were the one.
What is the area we're going to look like? Because I want to try to draw this.
Oh, the area you're going to is on the inside of a huge cave. Imagine this cave. Imagine a giant cave, and in the center, it's flooded with completely still water, almost to a mirror-like shine. It's just this flat water with rocks posted up in between. You'll have like small little outcroppings of rocks just floating with little platforms on top of them, kind of moving around. And in the cave walls are holes dug out with cells built into them, which is where they keep all of the immortals. There's no way in, there's no way out of them. Once you're stuck in them, once you're stuck behind the bars, you're stuck.
Okay.
And you guys will have to be going down. You guys will have to go down some more rivers to get there. But you guys do know the specific location. And actually, if you want an interesting little scene,
I do want an interesting little scene.
Me too. I want an interesting little scene.
okay. So, we're assuming that you guys have at this point touched ground and you're going back through following the map. As you guys are walking through the Sahara Desert, you once again find yourselves on top of the dune, which only has that 6-minute window as winds whip around, knocking the ends off and rebuilding another one in front of you. And you continue to follow this along until you get to an oddly specific dune that just doesn't seem quite right. There's a small little what looks to be a well built on top of this place, but if you didn't know that this location was here, quite honestly, it would be impossible to find on its own. It's in the middle of the Sahara Desert. Absolutely desolate all around, and by the time you arrive, the sun is already beginning to set. You've been walking for 8 hours straight, because if you missed that dune, at any point along the ride, you could not get back up on it, and you would not be able to locate this cave.
It's kind of bullshit.
And so, you find this cave, and the inside of this cave looks an awful lot like it had been eroded into this shape. Almost kind of like if you've seen pictures of the Grand Canyon down in the basin, at the bottom of the Grand Canyon itself, you can see like images of the bright orange sediments moving along the walls. It has a similar sort of feel with a lot of sandstone. It's been heavily packed into the walls, and you continue moving through. Some spots you need to be a little more careful with because, once again, you have several thousand tons of sand just sitting right above your head, and never know when sand might go a little loose. And you move all the way through until you find that one special little area in the back. And this is where you change music again.
It only plays like the first minute of the song.
Aww,
Makes me a little sad.
that makes me a little sad too. I'll look it up later.
I'll link it to you.
Thank you. Josh, can you say something?
Speak.
Potatoes.
I'm checking. Hold on. I don't think you're recording.
Not on the microphone. I wasn't.
Good thing we checked.
It's recording all the audio coming in, but not the audio coming out.
Yeah, but none of the outbound.
Good thing Odin wasn't talking.
It's kind of funny if everyone.
There it is. Okay, stream's good.
Sweet.
Okay.
60 frames per second of just this.
You are correct, Odin.
I like the idea of just everyone answers for Odin as if he were actually talking, but he doesn't say anything. So people on the outside are just hearing silence as Odin's giving this long diatribe, and yeah, totally, Odin.
That actually kind of that was something that happened when was running the introduction. He wasn't recording his mic for about 2/3 of it. So for the first 2/3 of that whole session, is just you just hear me.
That's so
I think that's the funniest thing ever.
You don't actually hear anything else that I'm interacting with. So it just kind of feels like I'm being an asshole on my own.
So, with that,
Whoa!
you enter a small little. This is a little too upbeat.
Dude.
Too much.
It's a little fighting game stage.
Get high. Fighting games.
Yeah.
Oh.
We'll try this one. Okay. So,
Wait.
you enter a small little cave, and inside this cave, in the center, illuminated by a small hole in the ceiling, which you think is probably where that little well is. Well, when you look up at it, it's a little too perfect of a circle, as if it was made to catch either the sun or the moon in a very specific spot. And it sits illuminating in a cone a small hidden oasis that had been buried here. It almost looks like the sand had formed in a shell around this place to protect it. And as you look around on the walls, you see the way the light dances off of the water and onto the walls, changing the bright oranges to vibrant blues and nice soft teals. Lots of colors playing upon the walls. As the light finally begins to fade into night, that's when it gets particularly dark in here. Yet, you find yourselves looking up through the hole, staring at the stars. And for some reason, you can almost feel a small amount of, perhaps a connection with Ishana. Something that she used to do a lot when she was growing up. When they had to spend a lot of their time staring up through small cracks to see just a handful of stars. And you find yourselves looking out that small little hole, finding that must have been a very different time. When that's all people could see, because they were too busy hiding and running. You turn around behind you and the cave has been sealed. The dune has pushed sand into the entrance, locking you guys in under several tons of sand. In the center of this oasis, you look down and the bottom is, as you can expect, covered in a thin bed of algae. some mud. And as the moon gets closer, you actually can see dead center in the middle of the oasis, almost in a peaceful reverence. You actually see what look to be human remains. A skeleton. A skeleton that's been there for so long that the algae itself has grown onto it.
We're here again.
And what you guys are standing in is actually the spot where Ishana died. As the moon rises up to its spot, taking center stage in that small, perfectly filled hole, it pours down a shaft of moonlight that touches the water and begins to illuminate the entire cave in a much more stark white vibrance. And that's when you see the old man sitting there by the oasis, his beard resting inside of the waters.
Oh, there's the old man again.
What is Odin? What state is he in?
Oh, when you guys see Odin, as the moon passes into the room, you actually see Odin in the state that he actually truly is right now, which is he's missing the back half of his skull.
Sorry.
And he's got a large hole in his forehead.
Andrew would ask, what the F?
Oh
Well,
yeah, I didn't have time to explain that to you because you didn't ask me.
Sabrina just says there was a price to be paid in order to gain entrance to this gateway.
So you kill someone.
One of our own teammates.
I told him to do it.
What?
Clark would just.
All of us who
And
ready
Yar
to
also
give our
says,
lives.
what? Why didn't you just kill him?
Because, as strange as it may seem coming from me, I didn't want anyone of this newly formed family of theirs to die.
He looks over at Sabrina and says, you should feel so lucky
She just
that you have
Tell
my
him.
champion around.
she says, I don't need you to tell me how to feel.
It's
Odin,
that was really noble though. So.
it's true that I owe you for what you did.
Can we stop acting like literal 5-year-olds and go through this gate thing?
You owe Odin.
Well, that actually, I had a question about the gate thing. Is the old man, is he noticed us again?
Mm-hmm.
I asked the old man, is it possible for the same person to go through it, or does it have to be a new one?
You know, no one's ever really tried.
Fuck.
Wait, is this exactly like the setup, like when Isaac went to the underworld that one time?
It's very similar.
Is there like,
You actually, when you
is
look
there
at
the
it,
moss in the pool or whatever?
uh-huh. The
Oh
only
my
difference
gosh.
the only difference is the skeleton that remains in the center of the pool. In this one, the person is lying on their back, and the only feature that you can really see are the top of the skull a little bit peeking out from under the algae, and a hand resting gently over where one's heart would be if you placed where the skeleton is. Whereas the other place you were in, you saw a skeleton standing upright,
Yeah.
It's not creepy at all.
and if you touched the water or felt
Okay.
like you were going to disturb it, it immediately set you off into this horrible, uncomfortable feeling. Whereas over here, it just feels like you'd kind of be disrespecting someone.
Will the moss not work here?
Not in this case. This case, it has something a little bit different, and you actually can ask You can actually ask the gang who knows how it goes, so I'll let them explain it.
So
Isaac, I guess just checks the surroundings and then looks in the pool and says, "Have you tried taking some of the moss?"
No.
no.
Disturbing the water isn't. It would be disrespectful to the shaman.
Oh, these are her remains?
Yes.
Yes, this is where she died.
She died by the water.
This is she died here before becoming an immortal, I guess, because we kind of saw her backstory. It was weird. It was like we saw images in the desert.
Why would you suggest taking the moss?
Well, it worked for us.
I had to do this once before on a different occasion that I'll explain later, but I mean, I understand not wanting to be disrespectful, but in this case, we are trying to save her, so
Why take the moss?
What
because
does it do?
it opens the gateway to the underworld.
The way that we opened it last time was like she looks at Odin.
Old man, did you know this?
The old man looks up at you and says, "It's different. Each gate has its own unique key.
And this one, Odin had to die.
Some of them have overlapping. Some of them seem to have overlapping types of keys, but I think what your confusion here is, and he speaks to all of you guys, and you note that when he turns to address you, his beard never actually leaves the water. The beard just continues to set in there, and you begin to realize he's probably rooted to that spot, because it looks like his beard goes into the mud. But he turns and speaks to all of you, and it takes him a little bit to stand up, but there's something about him to where you don't feel comfortable looking directly at his face. It almost feels like you might see yourself die, and how you might die.
Well, too late for me.
Well, pretty easy for you, but he explains what he looks over at Isaac and asks him a question.
Howdy.
Did you go to the grave of another immortal?
I believe so, if that's what this is.
It is. Each of the immortals, when they are, at least of the chosen ones, they're a very different kind. They don't make them like that anymore. They had to have very special locations in order to become what they did. Hidden away from the eyes of civilized men. Places of unspoiled beauty. In this particular case, the way in is to sacrifice a life to open the gate. And their payment is to make sure that they're looking up at the moon. To which he motions to the now beginning to fade moonlight over the oasis. So, Josh, what do you choose to do?
Okay, we don't have much time. Who wants to do the honors of killing me this time?
Vance says, no, you're not gonna do that.
Nope, fuck you. I'm doing it. There's no need in risking somebody else's life. I'm already dead, not dead. I don't know.
Why do you have to
Just die
Oh, done.
and draw out his fucking gun with one hand because his other hand is still fucking crippled.
Actually, at this point, the feeling is coming back in your hands, but it's coming back in hot washes of fire because your nerves are screaming, "What did you do to me?"
By the way, is it worse than the weird, like, TV snow effect?
Okay, imagine if you got a TV and it had white noise and the big, horrible white screen that screeches, that does the scratching noise at you. Well,
Static.
imagine that sound effect if it were in all of your nerves, playing very loudly, deafeningly loud. It's your whole arm right now. It's a TV.
It's a good thing I got four stamina to shut up and not bitch about it.
So, yeah, it sucks, but every time you move your arm around a little bit, it starts screaming again. Like, the pain shoots up. So, actually, Josh, the old man looks at you and just says, "You're already dead."
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I think wants to ask the old man, what's your connection with this place? Why are you here?
We don't have time for questions.
He's the
Well,
gay.
as you go and do that, you guys,
Ike.
so, as Odin turns around and falls back into the water, staring up at the moonlight, you actually watch as the entire oasis seems to... It doesn't actually move when he falls in. This is why when a dead body enters this particular pool, it's a little bit of an event. Odin hits the water and does not make a splash. He hits the water and kind of floats there like he should if he were entering water with his weight. And he floats to the center, almost as if he were guided there. And as soon as he sees the moon, that's when the oasis itself drops like a hole into the earth.
I guess because Mr. Odin died once before, he already had a key. He's taking the key, I guess.
Well, the old man looks over at Hotaru and says, "Yes, that is very true. He is essentially the key." And that's when you see Odin's spirit drop down straight into the pit.
Oh my god.
As the rest of you gather yourselves up to go in, the old man stops Isaac before he goes through.
Oh boy.
And he answers your question. He says, "I am the land." And that's all he has to say on the subject. It seems like there's a lot more to it, but
Yeah.
he says,
It's a little cryptid.
when you say "I am the land," it gives you a couple of interesting ideas that you'll get to roll a little bit later
Oh
as
boy.
you go. So that'll be all your occult stuff.
That's all I
Alright.
read far.
So that's when you guys enter the underworld. Welcome to the first layer.
Spooky.
Some of you have... This time, when you guys actually enter this area, you find yourselves standing... Last time, you guys were back at the safe house. Or, in Isaac and Andrew's case, you were at Andrew's house.
Isaac's house.
My house.
We were in Isaac's house.
Yeah, Isaac's house. Right. So,
But I moved.
yeah, and then he moved. How many of you guys were on during the Wendigo mission? How many of you guys had to deal with the ice cave?
Oh, that
Ice
was
cave.
that was me. What was it, Clark?
Yep, Clark Hotaru too.
Was it
Oh,
Vance
right, yeah.
there? Vance were
Yeah,
there
I
too.
was there too.
Yes, that was fun.
I remember a
That was
different
good
Wendigo.
times.
What was specifically in there?
Remember the
Lots and lots of ice spirits.
Oh wait, that was the one where we threw like a flare in there or something.
Yeah, the play.
Mhm.
And Vance
Vance was
accidentally let
watching
the
anime the whole time.
Yeah. I was there too. I remember that.
As you guys.
I remember Vance letting the thing. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah. As you guys enter this area, you find yourself standing at the. You find yourself standing in what appears to be a cave of ice, and it is very familiar. Yet, once again, in this particular case, it's unsettling in a very different way. Actually, upon closer inspection, which you may make perception checks.
Fuck yeah.
All of us, or
Everybody. For
Can I
people who are
perception
actually
roll?
on that, for people who are on that mission where they went into the ice cave, roll with an additional +3.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
Oh.
Hells yeah.
Alright, perception +3.
I'll take that.
Yes, for anybody who was on the mission where they were in that cave.
And Leon, would my whole
What?
being dead and dead again thing have do anything while around here?
Vance, please.
Yes, actually, you feel very compelled to go deeper. There are points where you suddenly just kind of lose memory. You find yourself having followed someone or something. You're not entirely sure why, but they only happen in rare, occasional blips of lapses of consciousness.
I see.
Okay, so Vance
Oh,
and
wait.
Andrew, Isaac, and Clark. What's up, Bridget?
I was actually gonna ask, could eidetic memory give an extra +2?
Yes.
Alright, let me roll 2 more dice.
Sevens! Time to go to Vegas, Dill.
So close. Oh my god. Actually,
Alright.
wait, I just remembered, what's the date of this session?
What was it?
Lynn said it was a week after last session, so like
The 22nd.
The 22nd of
Yes. Yes.
Fuck me then, never mind.
Okay. Good talk.
Okay, so,
Frick.
Clark, Isaac, Andrew, and Vance. As you guys look around this cave, you begin to realize to a sudden, stunning horror, this is the exact same cave. Exactly. Because you remember, this spot you're standing in right now. Yeah, you were sitting here with Mel watching anime. Still here. You look, turn around and deeper into the cave. You see that's where Isaac went, or someone went deeper in, found an ice zombie or something, came running, screaming out. You remember that part a little vividly. And you also remember that there's a very strange sound that the frost spirits like to make when they move around.
no.
I look at my friends and I say, are you guys seeing what I'm seeing?
I'm seeing
Isaac says, I remember. This is the
What do you
worst
guys remember?
vacation of my entire life.
The 5th of November.
I got enough successes, but Andrew wasn't there.
You
Actually-
weren't even thought in your creators at this point, Andrew.
You remember
Vance,
vicariously.
You have a different. You also get a little bit extra
Oh.
since you got 6 successes. You actually can look and see that when you look at the walls, there's something that kind of puts you off about looking directly at the wall. When you look directly at the walls, you find that there's something kind of strange happening inside the wall itself, and you feel like there's something moving around in it until you begin to note that, well, it's moving a bit too fast and it's moving towards us through the walls. And as it gets closer, you begin to build up a shape and see that the spirits are moving around through the walls. They don't seem to quite notice you yet.
You guys, the spirits are in the walls, and they're coming this way. Everyone, get down. Everyone go into
You-
stealth mode.
You begin to hear as the spirits get close to the walls looking for something. They feel like there's something here.
okay, so real
They just
still.
Yeah, go ahead and roll stealth.
They're looking for us.
They're not sure
What is it, Dex and stealth?
And
Yeah.
Dex and stealth. You begin to see. You watch as some of the spirits are climbing up over the top of the tunnel and looking around. They kind of
Good boy.
they shamble around through the walls themselves, just kind of looking. It's almost like you guys are in a tunnel, a glass tunnel, and on the outside are all the ice zombies. They just haven't noticed you quite yet.
Holy shit.
This reminds me of that one scene from the Resident Evil game, Amber, with those things.
Hey, hey, Leon, I wanna. So we're in a tunnel right now.
Yeah.
Can we see what's on the other end? Can I roll perception for that?
Yes.
All right, here's 2. I'm switching to my phone because I gotta go get something real quick. I'll be right back.
2 successes. Roll 20 hates me.
Hey, 2 is still a passing grade. It's like a C.
I got
Alright.
2 perception
Oh,
checks
nice.
right now.
Okay. Clark, for some reason, okay, so everybody else notes that you guys are kind of all together on this stealth game. Everyone's cool, you all have an agreement. We're gonna be this level of stealthy. It's gonna be right around this range, okay? Alright, I'm glad we have this. Clark, where the fuck did. Clark, this was not part of the plan! Clark is in the wall. No. Clark is hiding amongst them in plain sight.
Oh my god.
Clark's eating like a bag of Doritos noisily with like his bad arm in the middle of the stairs.
Clark is the black man hiding amongst the KKK.
Oh my god.
And he's not even wearing a cloak or anything. He's just there. He's in the back of the group photo.
That good.
So, yeah, Clark basically is hitting extremely well. Sabrina's perception check. What did you get on your perception?
I got 2.
2? Okay. You look down at the end of the hallway, and you actually see that it leads downstairs. And you recall that the underworld operates by kind of going constantly downstairs. And as you go deeper, you'll eventually hit one of the rivers, which is what you need to get to.
Yeah.
In this particular case, you actually have a decision to make because you turn around and at the other end of the hallway, you're at the other side. You actually see that it turns at a sharp right angle, but you can already see the beginnings of stairs that go down.
Okay. Wait, so.
Forwards and backwards, both ways go down.
Oh shit! Okay.
So we have like a right that we can go to and a left or just straight?
Let me try and draw it out for you.
Sorry, I'm trying to focus. There's a long day.
No, I know. It's been a long day too.
Okay.
So, Garrett.
Hi. Are you guys getting bad like feedback on my end?
No.
Nope.
No.
No.
Cool. All right. Please proceed.
Okay,
Clean
so
and cool.
basically, over on this side, it goes downstairs. Over on this side, it goes downstairs.
Oh, you're drawing a map.
Yeah, both ways lead down.
Which way is closest then?
You guys are right smack dab in the middle. Why would life ever be easy?
Okay.
Yes.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
We have to get to the river again.
I'm gonna try perception checking, see if I can hear like anything. Maybe a river flowing. I don't know if it makes noise.
Well, we're in a different spot than we were the last time we came in.
Yeah.
2,
We're gonna have to take
3, 4,
Wow.
5.
Dang.
All right.
Can someone roll 90-10 for me and 8 against on that one? Thanks, y'all. Sorry.
Are you bumping it somewhere?
Brenna's rolled 20 exploded.
Leon, so I got 5 successes on perception checking to see if I could like either see or hear any hints to where the
You
river
know what?
might be.
You should get bonus like successes because you kept rolling 10s straight. Anyways, you actually find yourself realizing that the spirits are in the walls, you're in a cave made entirely out of ice. Look down the hallway. You turn around, look at the other hallway. Do you have a flashlight?
Yes.
You take the flashlight and shine it at the ground.
Oh.
Watch as the light goes through the ice. You follow that trail and discover that if you had gone forward, you would actually have gone you would have gone to a place much, much different. But you can see the river is definitely on the path behind you, the one that turns around the corner.
Okay. Sabrina points this out. Guys, we need to go in this direction to get down to the river.
Okay.
Okay. As you go deeper in, Isaac, go ahead and make an occult roll.
Yes.
Based on changeling knowledge, though. Fey knowledge.
Well, do I even roll for that then?
Oh, right, because you pretty much asked the question.
I mean, it is conditional.
It is, but in this case, as you look around, you actually understand a couple of particular things about this area. When he said, "I am the land," you begin to look around and feel like this place is indeed very similar to the hedge. So what if the gentry themselves were linked to the hedge innately? They aren't, but if they were, that would be the closest thing you could imagine to what a Kerberoi is. At least that's what the old man seemed to be. And that makes sense, because if it were beings, then if they were actual beings, then there would be kind of a problem. In the sense of, they would have their own interests, and they would conflict with the law of the land. But if they are the actual law, the Kerberoi basically are manifestations of the law.
Yeah.
So if you break it, they're there.
So if you just happen to even see one, then you're already in trouble.
Oh yeah. They
Okay.
won't show, it doesn't seem like they would show up then, if you don't make any trouble.
Okay.
As you guys move through, going downstairs as you do, make perception, actually no more perception checks on that. You guys, too many perception checks. You guys go down the hallway and get close to the stairs and look down, finding that everything here is literally made out of ice. And the first person who steps on the stairs, please make a dexterity and an athletics check.
I'll do it.
Okay.
You're making the way.
Makes sense. Okay, athletics.
I just want to say that they closed down the sandwich shop and I'm walking somewhere else, and it's really cold outside.
Oh no.
So I am Vance right now, pretty much. I am feeling what he is feeling.
Why did they close it down? It's only 1:30. It's open
I'm
until
mad as shit.
2.
I'm mad as shit. I go in, it's pitch black. So you know what? Fuck that. I'm going somewhere else.
Because it's Friday and they have parties to get to.
Okay, I got 2
Fuck them.
successes.
Keep going.
Alright, well, fortunately, you don't trip. But you realize that the stairs, well, they are quite treacherous. And if you aren't careful on these stairs, well, the fall, a spirit might survive the fall because they don't have any bones to break.
Sabrina calls out for people to be careful. The stuff's so dangerous.
Okay.
So do we all need to...
Yeah.
Do we all need to roll as we step on the dice?
You
Ice.
all need to roll Dex and Athletics, but you all get a +2 bonus from Sabrina.
Someone
Alright.
please roll 9d10 for me, thank you.
Is that with the +2?
Memorized, Karen.
Oh my god,
I know.
You're such a saint.
So wait, we get a +2.
Wow, fuck me.
Dex and athletics.
Isaac, you son of a bitch.
Vance is like a ninja. He got 5 successes.
Whew.
Okay.
Well, he was a ninja in another life, so I mean...
I'm a bumbling old man.
Vance is sauntering down the stairs. sashaying as he does.
It's one of my favorite words.
Still
is saunter.
Following the twirls.
Nobody failed, right?
I got one.
I got one.
AJ also got one.
Yes, the old man.
I got
Yay!
Stick
And the
together.
girl.
Are you calling Bridget an old man?
One. You are now.
You gotta be limber.
You're an old. You're an old man today.
Literally falling for 9 seconds.
Oh yeah.
You've seen it, right?
As soon as Bridget touched the ice, she became an old man just for this instance.
Odin, you actually shouldn't have to roll, but you do.
Oh.
But you don't need to roll because you pretty much just float down.
Oh, god damn it. Wish you would have told me that. Alright. Ignore my one then.
I forgot you were dead, okay? So,
Ignore my one. I gracefully hover as your angel.
Yeah, I want to ask. Can Andrew ask Odin? So are you like actually dead? Like, how were you walking around if you were dead?
I don't know.
Well, I guess I better go ask this thing and find out.
okay. And that's when you guys actually get to realize that you guys are in a bit of a predicament, you see. So, how many of you guys have actually been in one of those crazy mirror houses at carnivals?
all those.
I have.
The ones with all the mirrors in the walls, and you're trying to figure out how to get out, but
Yep.
you can't because there's mirrors everywhere.
Is it like that but with ice?
Yes.
Sweet.
And there are other things on the other side of the mirrors too.
Oh.
Because imagine on the other side of those mirrors and those reflections are the souls of people who died in places of cold.
Oh.
And you can hear them
Wait.
their muscles
Okay.
crunching and uncrunching as snow and ice compact inside of their bodies.
Wait a minute.
So,
Around.
I have a
why don't
question.
we roll stealth and perception then?
Yeah.
I have a question about this, considering the fact that several times I have been just dragged along by an unseen force in here. Would I be able to just be pulled through this maze?
Can you just go through the walls?
No, not through the. I don't know if I could be pulled through the walls. I'm thinking of just I just innately follow a path.
Actually, because of that, yes, Odin, you're right. You do know the path down. Because it always tells you how to get deeper down so you can go hurry up and die.
I let everybody know that they should follow me.
Follow the Odin.
Yep, and you guys actually, you watch as Odin.
As I take my Chris Angel pose.
Yup. And you guys do need to roll at least your stealth, though.
I crit success.
So wait, what if our
Jesus.
stealth is still like we have to re-roll the stealth?
Yes, real stealth for this new situation.
So you crit success stealth and critically failed perception.
I didn't critically fail, I just
Yeah.
Would you like to make that a critical failure?
no.
Oh my god. Yo, Mags is having a good day.
Don't jinx me, you shut the fuck up!
Alright, Mags is having a bad day.
I'm having the worst day!
Oh, can someone roll a 10d10 for Karen?
Ah,
Or she's downloading the Hangouts app right now.
let Mags do it.
Oh, he's got one.
It's all Josh's fault.
She's hoarding all the successes for her own character.
Yeah,
Hey, Max, hey,
yeah.
you cannot understand the shittiness that has been my rolls for the past like 3 weeks. Let me have this.
But now.
You have this glory! So, Clark and Sabrina take on husband and wife super ninja mode, and
Oh wait.
What? But what you guys actually working together. Clark and Sabrina actually lead the team in terms of moving around in stealth, keeping low to the ground, quietly moving, and following their lead, you guys actually make it through pretty much unbothered. There were a couple of times when some of the spirits, you notice that they could move their hands through the walls to try and grab you, but they're not able to see, you think, on the other side of the ice. Because they don't actually grab directly at you, they just hear something is in there. There's something in this tunnel. They hear it. And the deeper you go, the narrower the tunnel gets.
Good thing I'm small.
It continues to get smaller and smaller until even Hotaru is having a hard time kind of moving through with her shoulders, from shoulder to shoulder. You guys are practically sliding through.
And Odin doesn't have a problem because he goes through walls, right?
Odin,
I'm not really going through walls. I'm kind of moving along the path.
well, when you actually make contact with the wall, you find that you could go through, you just really would rather not, because now you can feel things when you put your hand on the other side. You feel cold. That bitter cold of death.
Just change your shape to fit the circle.
I mean,
Make
you
a
can
smaller version of Odin.
I mean, girls can do that, right? They can change their shape.
A normal man size Odin.
So Odin goes through, and as you guys are going through, you actually begin to realize that the spirits are now much more aware that you guys are somewhere around in here.
Oh boy.
That's when you begin to watch the ceiling as hands kind of go through, feeling around, trying to see if they could find anything.
Oh.
And hands begin popping through walls and the floor as various spirits are trying to reach in, trying to find something. And that's when you guys need to make a dexterity and athletics check.
Okay. Could Sabrina like throw something in back of them to distract the spirits?
Sure. What do you have to throw?
What else did I bring with me? I don't remember.
Throw your flashlight.
No!
So your son, or Hotaru, go Hotaru.
Yeah, your son Hotaru.
Haratu!
Throw Haratu.
Oh my son, go.
I'll just bite the freaking ghost to death.
Damn it, you guys. She has a container of salt with her.
Oh. Well, when you use the salt, you actually can pour it onto their hands, and it makes them go away. Because, ouch! I stuck my hand in salt. Silly me, there must be nothing in here except salt.
Just salt.
Why am I so cold all the time? Says the spirit as he walks away.
Cool.
You got salt down here, don't touch it.
Why is there salt in here?
Question.
I have an answer.
Did Zulfikar come in with us?
He actually can't.
That's
if he
what I
passes through-
thought. That's what I thought. Okay.
If he passes through the
Right.
gates of death, he's literally he loses his immortality entirely, and he'll probably die.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought. I was just double checking.
But he is waiting for you guys up there, and he's having a long conversation with an old man. A very long, awkward conversation.
A long.
Much silence.
As long as his beard.
Chin beard.
As long as Andrew's chin.
So,
Okay, so we use the salt to get through.
using the salt, you actually can clear through, and no one else has to roll dex and athletics because, well, you guys won't get bothered by that. By the time you get to by the time you get to the end, though, you're halfway through your salt. So mark that down.
Okay.
When you get to the end, that's when you see the surge of the river. And this particular river.
There are many rivers to pick from.
Oh, there are. There definitely are.
I was actually looking through the Geist book earlier because I kind of have it like on hand in front of me. Because Artis owns the book.
Yeah, he does.
I went over to the bookshelf.
Wait, what?
I have access to the Geist book on hand because Artis owns it. So I just went to his bookshelf and took it.
Just take it.
Oh, nasty. Okay, so,
I like the sound of that.
Oh boy.
as you guys get close to the water, who's the first person? Who's closest to it?
I'll go to the
Sabrina.
water.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sabrina advanced then.
So
together.
Sabrina advanced. You
Well,
guys
collectively,
get
next
close
to
to
her
the river and immediately advance. You are so glad you didn't follow your first idea and jump in the river, because that's disgusting. Yeah, look at the way the river flows. Let me describe the river to you. The way the river flows is it seems to move at a very slow pace, not entirely like water should. In fact, it's really thick, and just seeing the way the water moves almost turns your stomach. And then you realize when you get a little, for Vance and Sabrina, who are a little too close to the river, they realize what exactly this is, and both of them are gonna need to roll a stamina check, stamina and I don't know, composure to not violently throw up.
What?
Can someone roll 60-10 for me? I can very well envision this. I've been playing the Evil Within all day. I know
God.
exactly what I'm looking
Which
for.
river is it, Leon?
Maybe.
Okay, Sabrina's not doing well.
So you guys actually look at it, and
Oh.
the reason why the water moves as slow as it does is because obviously it's not water. It's a strange mixture of
Scorpions.
no, it's much worse.
Oh boy.
And you watch as the ferryman comes up in a boat that just the way it moves around, it looks like it's moving through porridge, slimy porridge is the way you can describe it. It just glides on over, and the ferryman looks over.
Well.
I know where you're going.
Sabrina asked.
Oh, sorry, what were you saying?
Okay, well I guess Sabrina pukes, and then she asks him, what do you want?
Like you didn't puke at all. Just, hey, what do you want?
So,
No, I think
Yeah, I'm good.
I think I'm gonna let Sabrina speak to it first. He wants to ask, what's the name of what river is this?
Bohania, the river of pus.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought it was. God damn it.
Oh my god.
I mean, I want to roll a cult on us.
It is absolutely disgusting to look at. It is literally a giant river of pus.
I'm like gonna vomit at the
I've got the entire description in front of me.
Gosh.
Seven.
Where is it from? Dead people? Or I mean, where does the infection come from?
Oh, pfft. The underworld itself is the infection.
Yeah.
Okay, I got 3 successes.
But he does explain to you that if you actually drink the waters of this disgusting river,
Please don't.
you can repel some of the residents of the underworld.
Not worth it. Not worth it.
Oh my god. Wait,
I
what?
think Isaac says there's always repercussions with these things, though. Don't take it lightly.
And he's absolutely right, because at the mention of, because he asked for the repercussion, the ferryman says, but it will avert any healing to the drinker.
Yep.
Plus you get your stomach full of
Well,
That's no good.
it doesn't have to be full.
Does my cult check tell me anything more about it?
Your occult check.
I got 3.
Stomach doesn't have to be full of pus, Max. You don't need to like drink a gallon of this
Is
shit.
there anything from that research?
sensation of the pus being in your
Sorry, what was
stomach.
Is there anything in that research from a while back that mentioned the rivers?
Essentially, all these are various rivers of. These are various representations of the many cultural ideas of the river of death, and each of them comes with their own sort of unique spin. Yet it's also because they're all essentially the same thing. They are the rivers of death. And they reveal death in their various ways, shapes, and forms. This particular river, the river of pus, obviously has a lot to do with people dying from infections, and you can see the souls of those various people actually trying to tear through that disgusting, slick and oily layer of pus at the top of the river.
Yeah.
Trying to reach out as
Okay.
just
Okay.
snaps them straight back down.
Is this what
Sabrina,
happens to everybody
point
when
to
they die?
This is happen. Is this what awaits everybody at death?
Those who die from infection.
Don't die from an
But
infection.
yeah,
Well-
like, oh my god.
Okay,
Well, the
okay.
ferryman looks over at you, Vance, and says,
Yeah.
he says, perhaps you might have a different river that you'll find yourself in.
Oh.
Oh.
At that, Vance just kind of like looks away, like,
Unless you catch many diseases.
Yeah.
Okay, never having sex again. Bye.
See, that's where I was gonna go with that one.
What payment do you require in order to cross this river?
He actually, he said, he looks around at all you guys and says, no, there is no need for payment. Your ferry has already been paid for.
gets in the boat.
Well, compliments to the chef.
Sabrina asked by whom.
Oh, we came here last time, right? Yeah, we came here.
He simply says, the person you're asking for has no name. Therefore, it would be very difficult to tell you who they were.
A description then.
Is it Voldemort?
When you ask him for a description, he kind of looks at you like he has no comprehension of what descriptors would work for you. He's kind of just confused. And then he just paddles along.
Alrighty then.
I guess we're crossing the river then.
Let's go on this disgusting river.
I'm pretty sure.
Does pus smell like anything?
Like
Yeah.
disgusting.
I don't like my nose.
If there's enough of it.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Smells like
There's a lot of it.
I'm
Lord Moldy, what the fuck?
so this is
God
not
damn
the
it.
country I want to end up in.
Imagine what. Karen, do you actually want to know the scent?
Yeah, I've never smelled pus before.
Like sour cheese.
It's like sour and rotten and
Yeah, wet, sour, rotten cheese.
Oh my god, gross.
And
Well,
imagine that it were like you actually can see people falling from above into the bus. And as they hit, it doesn't even make like the splash it should. It more like they hit and then it just engulfs, closes over them, and pushes them down.
Oh my god.
yeah. Sabrina just closed her eyes.
God.
Now imagine it, and you can hear them as they scream, trying to get out of the thing, and you can hear their lungs beginning to fill with.
I'm taking notes.
Well, if Vance doesn't want to end up in here, he better wrap it up.
Get out.
And each of the people that fall down, you notice, are people who seem to, among various other things, either they're heavily diseased, either through leprosy, or they seem to be very, very severe burn victims who just couldn't make it past their
Oh boy.
injuries.
Fourth degree.
So Paul could have been here if he died.
Wait, is Isaac taking notes or just you, Rachel?
No, Isaac's taking notes.
Oh.
He doesn't know a whole lot about the underworld. So
Sabrina
he
just
wants...
kind of looks at him.
As you look around, you begin to realize that based on the height, there's a certain point where the spirits will straight up just drop. And when you look up, you note that there should have been a ceiling there. Instead, what you find yourself in is an infinitely deep ravine where there is no sun, there is no light. Up above, you can see all the souls of the people who are damned to this place, people who couldn't let go of their past lives, and are simply waiting to fall into the river. They just don't know about the river yet. But based on their height, the further away they are from the river, it seems like they've been in here the least. They haven't spent a lot of time here. They look the most confused. The people who look a lot more depressed and done, those people seem to be a lot lower on the ranking. So you figure those people have probably been here for a lot longer. Now here comes the interesting thing, is when you see what kind of clothing they're wearing. Some of these people seem to have been here for, maybe 500 years. 500 plus. Stuck in this horrible purgatory. Because you see a nice little medley of different spirits above you. Each of them seeming to have died from something else.
A lot of Black Plague victims here.
There are a good number of Black Plague victims actually in this river.
Okay.
Perhaps one would surmise that the river were made of the Black Death.
Oi.
Oh,
And it's up ahead that you see the beginnings of a waterfall that goes straight down. You watch as that horrible, thick, slimy sludge just pours over the shelf and drops down into the abyss, making a terrible, thick, sloppy sound as it does. And that's when the boat tips over the edge, and that you guys look down and find yourselves looking at what appears to be a whirlpool. A river that descends straight down and begins making a whirlpool at the bottom. Except as soon as the river changes angle, so now you're going straight out, you feel the tip of the boat falling forward, and then it hits the water. Again, you turn around and there's a waterfall behind you. It seems to lead off into sludge. It's disgusting. You find yourselves on a different river now.
Isaac, ask what's river this.
I'm gonna perception check.
Yes, perception check.
Okay.
Alright, perception, let's do it.
Sorry, one sec, hang on. Okay. D10.
Here come the ones.
Okay, how many successes do we get?
Oh, sorry.
It's all good. Okay. So, for at least Bridget, Sabrina, you two recognize it very quickly as Acheron, the River of Hate. And the ferryman is very quick to explain a little more about this. You see, these are all people who died as victims of acts of pure, unadulterated hatred. So, someone just really didn't like someone else and murdered the ever-loving crap out of them.
Does this affect my vice at all?
What is your vice? Vengeance?
Hateful.
Hateful?
Wow.
Oh. Well,
Wow.
For real.
down here, you don't actually feel any sympathy for the people under the waters, with their faces beaten to dust, pulps, unrecognizable, and all for little reason more than just hate. Petty, blind hate. You don't feel any sympathy for these people. Kind of just look down and probably deserved it.
Sabrina's being a bitch.
Mags asks if cruelty falls under that umbrella.
Yes, it does fall under that umbrella because, wow, some of the stuff that happened to these people is terrible.
Is it obvious that they're thinking this?
Murder spouse.
Oh, sorry, did I say River of Hate? I meant, Acheron is the River of Woe. The River Styx is the River of Hate, so this is the River Styx. Sorry, this is the River Styx.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
This is the fun
So
river.
is it obvious that we're being bitches? Like, people just look at us and see the.
If it was a blow, then it wouldn't.
I would imagine I'm just
No.
staring blankly. So wait, am I just looking at the river like, wow, that's fucked up? Sounds fucked up. Or I'm like, wow, that's fucked up. It's kind of cool.
it's more like, huh, okay.
It's like, huh? Who cares?
Yeah,
This is the fun river.
I could do that. No, not really.
that. But so you guys are, as the ferryman explains to Isaac, you are now on the River Styx, the River of Hate.
Ooh. And what happens when you drink from this water?
It will fill your mind with hate and a lust for revenge.
Mr.
What's the
Ferryman, sir?
downside?
Mr. Ferryman, sir. Are there do good people go here too?
Only the lost arrive here.
Oh.
People who hold too tightly onto their mortal coils, their previous lost lives.
Can they ever move on from here?
Yes.
Oh. Interesting.
And that's when you look around at the walls and kind of get a little bit more of an answer. You find that, oh, so how they move on is, at least these people seem to be made into various items. Because you note that the way when he explains what he does, he actually taps the side of the boat, and you realize that all the souls of, well, people who really did get really stuck here, now they're very stuck here. You see everything down here in this section, in this underworld. On the river, in any of the domains, the entire landscape is built on the souls of the dead. People who ended up here. They become part of the landscape.
Lovely.
What is the downside to drinking from the river?
Hate and rage isn't enough.
Like if that's the plus side, what's the downside?
Oh, it's actually flipped the other way around. It will restore your willpower.
But you will be full of hatred and vengeance.
Yes.
This is
It's
something.
like you'll get all that willpower back, but you'll probably
But
waste
that
all of it
willpower,
again trying
though.
to murder.
Willpower.
Sabrina doesn't need to be any more vengeful. Do I get any willpower back just from feeling
I don't need to be
hateful though?
Well, your hate isn't directed at anyone particularly
Damn
right
it.
now. So, that's when you guys get down to that point where you see the River Styx becomes the pool of, a pool that... Hang on, let me organize thoughts again. You guys go down this waterfall, spiraling in until you reach the very bottom. And at the bottom is where you step off of the ferry. You're standing on a small little island at the very eye of the whirlpool, where you see what appears to be a grate. It looks like it's been moved pretty recently.
Can I shine my flashlight in there and look down?
I'm gonna perception check.
Wait. So what was the benefit from the River of Woe then?
Willpower.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
They
Oh.
were talking about the River Styx.
Oh.
We kind of just.
Yeah, it switched. So Acheron, the River of Woe, is a whole different monster. And this is actually what when you look down inside, you actually can, you can see the reflection of water underneath, but it's very still.
I say to Mr. Ferryman, what do we do next? Is this where we go next?
The ferryman takes his paddle, reaches over, and sticks the paddle into the metal grill, the grill on the ground, and unhinges it, pulls it up for you guys, and lets you guys in.
Do we need a boat down here? I mean, it looks as though there's water, or are we meant to swim?
Down at the bottom, actually, you see a small set of holes in the wall that lead down, essentially taking you down. You can climb down pretty easily until you get to a small little outcropping, which is in the center of the cave. Sorry, not the center, the back of the cave.
Okay. Well, I guess.
Yes.
We're going down.
Okay.
Oh, I'm
Well,
going
This is
to.
so
right
cool.
now,
That's
go
pretty
down.
good.
We're good.
I got. No, wait.
Diglett.
Nice.
I guess
It's cool.
Sabrina will head down then.
Oh man.
Gotta go
It's cool
check.
looking.
Do I have to roll?
Awesome.
I'm trying to make a habit of like drawing scenes from every single session I did nowadays.
Ah.
That's neat.
Yeah, they look great. Awesome.
Hey Leon, do I have to roll Dex and Athletics to climb down, or?
No, it's very easy to climb down, and once you're all the way down, that's when you actually make. That's when I'm gonna allow you guys to make perception rolls for me, please.
Okay.
Okay.
There we go. Oh, Rachel is
Oh,
so
wait.
cool.
Thank you.
Dang it. I can't see how many. Oh no.
Damn, son.
Oh,
Can someone help count?
No, it's okay.
Nice.
I can do it. It's just I gotta scroll back up.
I know. I'm just.
Fucking shit, Isaac.
5.
I'm sorry.
You had 5.
Well, there you go, Karen. You had 5.
Oh, okay. Let me.
3 8s and 2 9s.
Okay. Sorry.
I apologize.
There's another 2.
You good? You good, homie?
Gucci
Seven.
girl.
Good, homie.
Eight, okay. Everyone can type now, I guess.
I think that's a total of 8.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So,
Damn, Isaac or Vance.
Oh.
yeah, seriously, Vance, you need to stop stealing Andrew's job.
Stop doing that. You are taking 2 successes.
Call a single titty, maybe 2.
Poor Andrew.
You wanna fight it? I still am looking forward to our fist fight.
He's magnifying the laser vision through his glasses.
So, okay.
Focused
Distracted
beam.
because he hasn't been on a mission with Vance in so long, he forgot how pretty he is.
Alright. So let's change the song.
Does Andrew have confused feelings now?
It's affecting the laser vision.
What the fuck?
Literally, I cannot have a session with Death and not play this song.
Oh, Death by Comrade Stalin.
I downloaded
It was, I think it was a song from Supernatural, I believe.
Yeah, Supernatural is Joe.
Yeah.
Fight me, Vance. Fist fight me now.
We are now.
Alright.
Now is the perfect time to just punch him.
And so, Vance, you actually listen really closely, and it's very strange how deafening this silence is. This place is suffocatingly quiet. The only sound that you can hear is somewhere far off in the back, way in the back. And you could swear it's the sound of someone sobbing. Very familiar. You've never heard her actually cry before.
Hey everyone, I hear something in the back. It sounds kind of like crying.
Do we Shauna, or not you Shauna, do Isaac and Sabrina see this?
How many did you guys
We
get?
both got 5.
Yes, you do. And you hear the crying, but you don't quite recognize it's Ishana until Vance seems to verify it. He just has he seems to pick up on it pretty
His sonar ears.
Guys, I think it's Ishana, he says as he kind of moves toward the noise.
And that's when you find yourself almost teetering off the edge of the little outcropping of rock that you're standing on, because because this entire cave, the floor is covered in what appears to be either an extremely slow-moving river or a very still pond.
Oh my god.
There are rocks that seem to float on top of the waters,
Oh.
and if you are to jump on them, they'll take you deeper into the cave.
Oh, the rocks.
I think that's how we need to keep going forward, y'all.
Oh.
Wait.
This again.
This is where we encountered.
Oh, this is where the Kerberoi was last time.
This is where you you met the Kerberoi the first time?
It met us about halfway across the stones that we were jumping.
What exactly were you doing when it appeared?
We were crossing the water. Across the
No, I mean
stone.
exactly.
Yes, let me explain, Isaac.
No. Don't get sassy with me, Sabrina. I mean, point out where and which stone you were on.
She points to the. She has eidetic memory, so she would remember. She said that
Oddly enough, it's in the exact same spot it was before.
the rocks struck one another, made a loud sound, and it appeared.
Wait, Leon, did you say that we can see it? Is it there? In the same
being?
spot?
No.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I was about to say it's there in the same spot. I was like, what?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
The rocks are back in position.
Okay. Vince says, all right, listen, ladies. Let's not argue anymore. I think that the best option here would be to proceed as per usual, but be more careful. Because honestly, what other option do we have besides moving forward and just being extremely careful?
If we plan to fight this thing, we don't want to be on the water while we're fighting.
All right, Sabrina. Well, what do you think we should do? Lure it over here? Cause I certainly don't know how to lure it over here. Does anyone have any
You
idea?
go out there and break the law yourself.
You have to break a rule, right?
Oh.
Okay, Sabrina grabs a rock and she throws it into the water.
Wait, what?
All right. Isaac looks at you and says, "Nice."
Oh no.
He slow claps.
I miss the feeling in my arms.
Sabrina just gives it the ugly So she's so done.
You think you're done?
She's done.
All right. When you throw the rock into the water, it hits the water, creates a ripple, and you watch as the ripple tries so hard to go past the third little wave and dies.
Okay, she throws another.
Turns to stillness.
She throws another rock to hit the rock that they had been standing on when the Kerberoi appeared last time. Do I need to roll?
One moment.
Is Clark's arm still?
No, his arm's fine now.
Noodle arm.
It itches.
And she just kind of
Better than
waves you
mine.
guys off. She's like, just give me a moment. I'll figure this out.
Oh, hang on a second, actually.
Uh-oh.
But what if we just order more stuff and we break the rule again?
Yeah, do you guys even know what the rule was?
Jack off.
Thank you, Dell.
Great. Well, Sabrina pulls out her crossbow. Sabrina fast draws her crossbow.
Alright.
Dell wasting no time with clearing that one up.
As soon as you see that rock make contact with that other rock, you actually can hear the sound that crack just go out into the entire cave, causing actual ripples to form on the water. And that's when you see a large hand rise up from under the waters of the Acheron, grip onto that rock you threw out, and he pulls himself up out of the water, looking at you all. It's wearing.
You did it.
It's wearing what appears to be. I want to say this time around, it's wearing a. Because last time we did bison skull, right?
Yeah.
Yes. This time around, this guy seems to have. He is made of the river. Completely this unseeable black shape, darker than any of the darkness around it.
What the fuck? according to Google Hangouts, Amber is in here twice now.
Her net died.
Oh,
Sorry.
It's
What
okay.
happened?
there's 2 of you in this Google Hangout.
What happened? I
Go ahead and have
didn't
some
hear what happened.
What was the last thing you heard?
The last thing was Sabrina said, "I'll figure this out." And then I was gonna say something sassy, and my net cut out.
Oh no.
Oh.
So
Wait,
bad.
say it. You can still say it. We can backtrack for a second and you can say it.
He was just gonna say, "By yourself, like always."
Ooh.
Wow.
Andrew, this one.
Mole.
Well, the Kerberos has shown up. Basically,
Oh
the
boy!
is here now, and
Oh.
you watch as its head rises up out of the water, and it
Whoa.
actually has a face that seems to be made out of writhing worms. His entire body looks like it's made out of
Alright.
trillions of worms.
Am I getting
Sabrina
the
shoots
blue
it.
flashback?
Great.
Shoots it. Okay.
Alright.
Vent says, hey guys, so do we know if our weapons will even work on this thing?
No, we don't.
Find out.
Sabrina,
I guess we'll
go
find
and
out
find
then.
her.
What?
Did you say you're gonna shoot it?
Yeah.
Alright. Roll.
Okay.
You hasty motherfucker.
Also, yes. Well, it appeared. So,
Oh, it's ugly, kill it.
my crossbow bolts have been dipped in holy water. So just saying.
We'll see if that does
Now it's
anything.
giving you an ugly look.
Just looks at you. Why would you do that?
Full power it is.
Bad for my rules in the first place.
Hey! Don't hit me with those. That's annoying.
1, 2, 3 plus 3, so it's 6.
Okay. Well, he doesn't make any real attempt to dodge it, and when you hit him with it, you actually see a small, bright, burning hot light illuminating the area as the holy water makes contact with its flesh. And then you watch as he looks at you, and you can feel as he kills the light that is inside of that bolt. And then you watch the bolt decompose.
Oh boy.
Dust.
Oh god. Oh god.
And he looks at you all, curious to what just happened. And he leans down over the small little rock that you all are posted up on and says, he leans down and he asks, "Is there something I can do for you? You seem a little confused."
We would like to enter this place.
And in this particular case, with this Kerberoi, you can hear him speaking to you from the shaking of your eyes. Your eyes literally shaking their sockets.
So this isn't the same. This isn't the same one that made the deal with everybody, is it?
It seems like it might be. It certainly seems to know them.
Is that impossible for us to proceed further from this point, sir?
He says, "No."
Okay. So what are the conditions as to us actually proceeding from this point onward?
He looks over at Sabrina and says, "Well, the rest of you can go."
What do you want with Sabrina?
Not
She
just
was the one that broke the law.
She.
And he actually makes a point to say that Clark, Sabrina, Hotaru, Bridget, you were on this mission, yes?
Last mission, yeah.
Yes. So, Bridget and Odin. Actually, Odin, he doesn't actually seem to know you're even here. He seems completely... He doesn't seem to have any idea you're here at all, oddly enough. And you can float across the water.
That was gonna be a question I had earlier, but somebody decided to just Somebody decided to just start hurling rocks.
Yep.
But the Kerberoi does. But with that, so the rest of you guys can, like, I guess, hop onto a rock and try and get over there. But here's the thing. I actually no. What precautions do you guys take as you guys prepare to get onto the rock?
Well, so what Sabrina did was she hit, like she made a bunch of ripples, right?
One rock contacted another.
Mhm.
Yeah. And when she explained the first time the Kerberoid appeared, she said they were on an island and it hit another one and it made a sound, and that's what brought it on. So,
I'm sure it's.
So our hypothesis is we can't let the rocks touch.
Yes.
We just
Oh,
can't.
fly us over.
We just can't produce the sound.
As a rule against loud noises, don't do it.
Don't let the stone.
Can Odin fly us over?
Odin can't actually physically fly you guys over, but he can manipulate the rock you guys stand on.
Please,
Using
Odin.
telekinesis.
Hey, Rex.
Yeah.
What?
Do I get a willpower back from being hateful?
Actually,
Him.
yes. Totally. Because that was so hateful. I was really surprised when he did it. So,
Okay, so you guys stay here. We're gonna press on.
We'll go take care of business.
We will go get Ashana.
alright,
Please
Odin.
don't break any more laws, please.
Odin, because you're a brand new spirit, you're not used to the idea of spirit numina, or having any power. You only have 1 dot in spirit numina. That means you only have 1 dot in telekinesis. So you only roll telekinesis, and I'm gonna go ahead and say telekinesis and your 1 dot that. And composure. And if you can do that, you need a grand total of, let's say, 10 successes to properly move them over.
So composure and then the 1 point in
Yep. So, you can
voodoo
do that.
magic.
Yeah, tell me how long it takes you to do that, while the rest of you guys, essentially are watching what's kind of taking place. As you go through the cave, you see in the jail cells are many other people from various timelines. Some of them seem really strange, though.
Okay, off to a good start, Odin.
Thanks.
It's 5 dice, fuck you!
No, he's getting used to it. We gotta cut him some slack.
It's alright, Odin.
Son of a bitch!
Do your best, Odin! Do your best! I said
we not touch the water?
Odin, stop fucking up.
Here, hold on.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Well, what happens if we touch the water? We know.
Oh, this is Acheron, the river of woe.
Oh.
There you go.
Holy fuck!
It's 5 dice! It's only 5 dice.
You're over a lot.
And that's only half.
You guys handle that real quick. I'm actually gonna deal with Sabrina in the
You
beginning.
said 10, right?
Yes, a grand total of 10. Just tell me how many turns, how many rolls it took.
8,
So,
10.
the Kerberos looks at you and says, "I see you've come back empty-handed, and I don't appreciate it."
She says, not necessarily.
Oh,
What is it that you want with the car?
nothing.
I like this guy.
Then why the price on his head? Why him in particular?
Because it was slightly more amusing than just killing you.
She hates you guys more.
And the Kerberoi says, he does say to you, "Even so, you've broken the laws a second time, and you still have not paid for the first."
And she replies,
Rip.
I broke the law a second time.
I know. And with that, he leans down real close to you,
Worms.
To the point where the worms begin to fall off of him and onto around your feet.
Gross.
And as he speaks, the worms kind of spit out, almost like when he speaks, the worms kind of flutter out just a little bit. Some of them get dislodged. And he leans down very close and says, I would be much more interested in seeing what would happen if perhaps, I suppose the better question to ask then is, what do you think is fair and fitting punishment? Trespasser.
Clark is making faces. How rude. Get your chins in order.
Okay, let's pause for like 2 seconds while I run to the bathroom and think about
Yes.
this.
Okay.
Potty
Just running to-
break.
Hi, break, everybody.
I think you mean Oreo break.
Oh,
Oreos.
For me, it's ginger ale break. I've been wanting to nothing to ginger for the longest time, but I don't want to miss out on anything.
I got chocolate mint tea.
I'm wondering if these cookies
Boom.
nearby are stale or not. If I
So am I?
Find out.
So does this scary death guy? Is he giving me like Cthulhu flashbacks?
Not necessarily, because Cthulhu flashbacks. Oh wait, oh wow, they are fairly similar, aren't they?
The heebie-jeebies.
I fought Cthulhu. I saw those worms.
This is true. This is true. So you know what? I'll give you that as
Yay.
Cthulhu flashbacks.
I'm
Yes.
having Cthulhu flashbacks.
Thank you very much for.
Why would you want that?
You don't remember anything.
No, I don't.
Why would you want
That's
this?
why I took notes for like an entire year.
They're not, because Cthulhu flashbacks for Andrew aren't necessarily bad flashbacks. I freaking killed that thing. That was awesome.
Yeah, you did.
It was just gross as heck.
Shit.
Yep.
No, so you're just reminded of your own badassery, is all you're doing.
Yes.
That's why I was asking.
You see this giant hell thing and you're just like, yeah, I killed that other motherfucker.
And she's like, I could probably kill this guy.
Okay, so this bag of cookies says taste by February 8th, 2015. But does that mean that I can still consume them, I wonder? They just won't
Probably.
be quote unquote tasty any longer. Keep in mind these are also like the off-brand Whole Foods ripoff of Oreos.
Are they Numinos?
You're the
Oh.
I have experience with stale Oreos, and the cookie part isn't as good in my
As-
past experiences.
As long as that knockoff Oreo doesn't taste stale, eat it.
Yeah.
I just spilled milk all over my keyboard.
Nice.
Rip
Oh,
keyboard.
no.
Connected to my laptop.
Rip laptop?
Worse.
That is cool. Holy shit. Also really gross.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Oh, you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of the
Wait,
Oogie
wait,
Boogie Man.
hang on. What you're gonna want to do, Amber, is you're gonna want to turn off your laptop for a second. Let the milk tip it over, drain it out, and then get a towel, dab it down a little bit. Turn it back on, and we good.
Okay, bye.
After you like clean it a little, dry it. Just make sure it's dry.
She gone.
Okay, I'm leaving. Bye.
Good luck. Good luck. Okay, so.
What were you saying, Josh?
It reminds me of Oogie Boogie.
I'm the Oogie Boogie Man.
Yeah, dude. All the worms and shit falling out. That's fucking cool.
Let me take a look. Oh, dude. Oh, man.
I'm so fucking upset right now.
It reminds me of Oogie Boogie. It's so cool.
I am so goddamn upset right now.
See, this is what I'd imagine Oogie Boogie would look like if you ripped off the, like, covers.
That did happen at one point in the movie.
Did it? I didn't remember. I didn't see
Yeah, which is why it's reminiscent of it.
He had different bugs on him. He wasn't just worms.
There were a lot of worms, though.
I've seen parts of the movie, just not the whole thing.
He was almost anything insectoid.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Leon, how dare you not see one of the rare times a Tim Burton film didn't have Johnny Depp in it?
I'm sorry.
I think Tim Burton's made like 2 or 3 movies that Johnny Depp was not in.
I have returned, by the way. Ouch, my back. Oh, I'm old.
Wow, there's a lot of danger going around with the obtainment of glasses of milk and cookies.
Apparently.
Amber lost her laptop to him. Mags is being attacked by roaches.
God!
God.
For her glass of milk and cookies.
Oh my
Alright,
god.
note to self, do not get cookies or milk tonight.
Karen is suffering from the I don't know if it's still edible problem of
Well,
cookies.
they're okay. By the way, Mags, I had a roach problem today too, but I had my raid handy, so it was all good.
That stuff saved my life. God bless.
You're welcome.
Rated that shit. Which reminds me, I still need to murder a porch of spiders.
Yeah.
Hate bugs.
Josh has
Me and
doesn't have a porch of spiders. He has neighbors in the form of many spiders.
I had. What was actually cool though is that Leon and I witnessed a nature happening on that porch last week, and that was fucking interesting. There's a small little bit of webbing and a spider that's hiding in a crack between the wood and the wall. And a moth flew into the web, and the spider just came out, and they fought for like a whole minute or 2 minutes. And it was just this epic struggle of spider versus moth, in which the moth managed to escape the web, fly around a little bit, right back into the web, fight ensued once more. Moth came back out of the web, and then flew into my house. To which I said, "Ha! Now you are in my domain," and I tried to smash it, and I hit it with a napkin in my hand up against the wall. Took my hand, pulled my hand away, and it just kept flying around. And because of that, I said, "Okay, you get to live."
That moth was impossible to kill.
It flew into a spider web, managed to get out, flew back into the same web, got out again, and managed to survive my hand, and I said, "Okay, you get to live."
You proved your strength, Moth.
Clearly. The moth
Not the brightest for going back into the spider web.
I thought that was great. It left. I'm like, "Oh shit, it got out of the web." A couple seconds later, oh, it's back in the web.
Oh, now it's in my house. Amazing.
I think there was also once where I turned the corner to go back from the kitchen to my room, and there's a spider hanging from the light in the middle of the doorway. It's just, there's a light in the corridor, and there's just a spider, right? Just hanging halfway down to the floor. I promptly grabbed my shoes and thunderclapped it.
I'm always scared that, like, especially when I move out in a couple weeks of this room, I'm gonna go through my shoes, and there are gonna be cockroaches inside my shoes. Because I know those fucks are back there. I know they've made homes in my shoes. I'm just scared to go confront them.
I remember.
So then take all your shoes, turn them upside down, and shake them violently
And
before
then
you
get
pack
a
them.
raid and fucking kill them. Fucking kill the bitches. with
I
the
remember I was watching TV one time at night, and I looked up. I was laying in bed while I was watching the TV, and I saw this spider directly descending from the ceiling on a single thread of spider web.
Yep.
And I just screamed bloody murder and ran to my parents' room crying.
No.
That's the
I was like 10.
That's the same way that spider was hanging from that light. It's just chilling on one thread, just in the middle. Is literally just floating in the middle of the air, like, "What's up?
Sam told me a really fucked up story once.
I'm a
where,
spider."
Where it's basically when he was a kid, he said that he was going off to cause he was moving, to some place, so he had to like go and get his Legos.
Oh
He
no!
opened up his chest of Legos, right?
Oh no!
I know
Those
this
chest of
story.
Legos that he didn't touch in like months. And so he opened it and he found like I think it was like eggs,
Oh,
lots of eggs.
you just close that chest and say, let's burn it.
No, cause
Bye
when
bye,
he actually
Legos.
opened the chest, not only did he find the eggs, when he accidentally jostled the box, I think, just tons and tons of spiders just started freaking
Light
oozing
myself
out.
on
That's
fire.
beautiful.
Light myself on fire.
I've actually had a couple
And he
instances.
ran to his parents crying.
Couple instances when I was in my house before I switched rooms. I'm pretty sure there was a nest of spiders somewhere in my room because 2 years in a row during the summer I would have a great influx of tiny, tiny, tiny spiders falling from the ceiling. I'd kill probably about 10 to 15 a day for a couple of weeks.
Boy.
They would just keep coming down. I would see them on my desktop and just kind of around or feel one crawling on my hand. I'm like, "Why are there more of you?"
Yeah, that reminds me of back when I was back a few years ago, quite a while ago. I think it was in early high school. I actually found a spider's nest in one of my old drawings.
No.
Wait, and what are your old what?
Drawings, art.
Oh my god.
It was wrapped up. It was like wrapped up in a cylinder, and inside there was the spider nest.
Well, time to quit art forever.
I'm done.
I'm gonna miss this piece. I'm gonna miss this piece of art. You can have it, spiders. You can also have all this fire.
Oh, is
That's-
that bracket?
Not yet.
Okay,
that's
so,
when-
I remember I was drawing once. Like, and I don't even remember what I was drawing.
Amber
well,
tweeted
I'm
that
really
she is
sorry.
crying over spilt milk.
Oh my god.
I was drawing like on the bed, like belly down, and I don't even remember what the fuck I was drawing. But I was just like casually drawing, right? And this fly out of fucking nowhere, it's like smaller than the size of a pinky nail. It just drops down onto the paper I'm drawing on and dies.
Yeah,
So
this
take
life
it
like
back.
right there.
So I'm just trying to draw this this character, and this fly just straight up like flips, It doesn't actually fly. It drops from the sky, presumably already dead.
It's 24 hours.
It just falls on the paper like, yo, I'm an inconvenience.
I've come to ruin your day.
It wasn't like moving or anything. It wasn't twitching. It wasn't like.
Its 24-hour lifespan was up.
24-hour lifespan. Yeah. You died before you even landed on their fucking thing.
It's like you just hear a fly buzzing around and the buzzing stops.
Oh.
And then
I
paper.
reading tweets
Wait.
from Amber.
So what happened to Amber? Like,
Here, I'll just read her tweets. Remember when I dunked my whole laptop in milk instead of my Oreos? Me too, it just happened.
Oh my god!
Amber, no.
I mean, as long as the laptop stays okay.
She's not in the group chat anymore.
I mean, she was talking to us for a little while after it happened.
Yeah.
Cried.
Oh my god.
Yeah, did she just spill it across the laptop? Or
There's a chance that it's happening.
Who dares send me messages on
I
Steam?
mean, that's...
That can be a really bad situation. I lost my entire MacBook Pro to a little bit of water on the keyboard.
Oh my
Even
god.
even after I immediately picked it up, ran and just like I put it upside down. I even used like the dried
Yeah.
rice and everything. It was
Dude,
so fucked.
I don't know how, like, I spilled a mocha on top of my laptop. The only reason that it survived is because I immediately turned it off, turned it upside down, and immediately took it to a computer shop to have it cleaned.
Wow.
Because literally, the guy had to take it apart and clean it because of the sugar from coffee.
You
But
have
as
to
with milk,
Well,
you
there's
know,
no sugar in the
probably-
milk.
Yeah, but there's other stuff. Sort of leave a residue. Like,
Cultures, stuff like that.
Calcium.
cow juices, that kind of stuff.
Udder juice.
Cow juice. That just sounds awful.
That's nasty.
It sounds. Cow juice doesn't even sound like milk. It sounds like you just took a whole cow and just like.
You wringed out a cow with your hands.
Like when you say cow juice, I don't think of like milk. I think of like a freaking glass of blood.
Hey.
That's gross.
I just think that you take a cow with your hands and wring it out.
Oh my god.
I don't even know what the liquid would be. It's
Whatever's
just
just out of the-
it's just cow squeeze liquid.
It's cow. It's just cow.
It's cow juice. That's the only way to define it. Cow juice.
Here, I just found this beautiful story on a thing. Once in kindergarten, a girl asked me to write Supergirl on her arm since I was the only kid
oh.
who could write. So I wrote shit on her arm and hid under the table for like 30 minutes. And then the teacher found me and yelled at me and then called my parents. My dad laughed so hard he cried.
Oh my god.
God.
Who in the cast of Cardigans would do that as a kid?
What, right
Hotaru?
there on another person?
Hotaru would.
Pretty much, yeah.
Probably.
I remember one kid that I knew almost got in trouble because they drew this massive dick on another kid.
Wait, massive dick? Like a dildo?
They drew a massive dick on another person.
Okay, sorry, fell off. What did you say?
A person a person I knew almost got in big trouble because they formed a massive, gigantic penis, dick, cock on another child.
So you said Drew, not through.
These crazy high school kids and their sex toys.
I'm just imagining one of those like really big like dildos that stick to the wall when you throw them.
Oh, when you said, I was actually kind of hoping you'd go with really big dildo like from Saints Row.
Yeah, like a dildo sword.
Just big, giant 3-foot dildos, kids throwing them at each other.
The teacher exploded.
Throwing them like javelins at people.
Why am I friends with you? Why am I friends with any of you?
You love us.
Do I?
Rachel said Jan.
Do I?
But
Yes, I do.
Hello? Oh, Mike?
Cheers!
Hey!
You okay?
I don't know. Just go.
Just go.
Just go. I'm so angry.
It's a good thing that Amber's back because then that keeps me from telling more vile stories about my school.
And their dick fetishes.
Amber, you alright?
No, Amber, I was just talking about the time that a person I knew drew a massive dick on one of my other friends.
What?
And they almost got in trouble for it.
She's back.
Oh yeah, you guys all heard who died today, right?
Your roommate?
Yeah.
Why don't we say hi?
Yep.
Hey, wait, Mags. That reminds me of one of the very first sessions in East Coast.
Oh.
When, was it Alan that drew a giant dick on, someone?
Oh yeah, Alan drew a giant fucking dick on Danny's face.
Yeah.
It was really detailed too with the hairs and everything.
Fuck.
Karen, can you go to the coffee shop?
Closed.
The coffee shop?
That's what she said. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think it.
Again.
Oh, a bummer. Is the mailroom open?
Common room. So she's going to the common room.
That hoe. God. That hoe, though.
God, I'm now remembering. In my school, we have two bathrooms, right? The upstairs and the downstairs. And I remember in the upstairs girls' bathroom.
Okay, so just missed advance. Okay.
Nope.
Yeah, Karen should be back really shortly, though.
Cool.
She moved to a different room because bitches be tripping.
I remember at the very back of the wall of the bathroom, like, there was so much fucking graffiti. But over all the graffiti, some chick somehow drew in, like, giant letters that almost reached to the ceiling. It's a big bathroom, by the way. They somehow, like, wrote Chamber of Secrets.
Okay.
Just imagine the words Chamber of Secrets, like giant menacing, like dripping letters, like right above like text of like, oh my god, that is such a badge.
A batch of what? Like cookies or?
A batch of bitches.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
What?
That took a dramatic turn.
All gifts are accepted by our.
Jesus Christ. Oh my god.
This is amazing.
Jesus Christ.
Worry not, fragile one.
I'm so glad that this exists.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. Are we gonna get again?
Is Karen back?
No.
Not yet.
Oh. Oh, for some reason I thought she was.
Alright, I got me some hot chocolate.
Oh boy.
I have chocolate mint tea.
Ew.
Huh.
Did you say ew?
You said mint, so it's gross.
Kimber doesn't like mint.
Wow.
Minty stuff.
Wow.
Sorry, I
Wow.
was like chocolate tea, and then I heard mint, and I was like, no.
Wow.
I am racist towards mint.
Clearly.
Yeah, racist.
Those damn mints.
Always.
Your bathroom doors say mint and not mint.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Leon, did I show you this fucking drawing?
Probably not.
I could have sworn that I did, but
Then you probably did.
let's just do this anyway because it's there.
Sorry for like totally derailing the subject and disappearing.
It's fine.
I hate milk. I'm never drinking it again.
Oh my god.
It was my friggin' headphones' fault. Oh, I hate these headphones.
Accidents happen.
Every time.
Rachel's been
What?
over 24 hours and the dress meme is still going.
What the
Give
fuck?
it time. Just give it time, Brenna.
Okay, we were at the career fair and we were making fun of this stupid meme, and then we stopped and we listened, and there's a group of girls in front of us talking about it.
What name?
It will die. It will die on Monday. It has been predicted.
The fucking career.
We were talking about meme culture.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very interesting thing when you think about it.
God,
How it's progressed throughout
ages.
the internet.
Yeah, 'cause
Well, I mean, in
remember-
seriousness, it's kind of interesting because
No, like
it's
I was being
not-
legit. I was being legit serious about it. It's really interesting to me.
Yeah, because actually remember like this morning during our club, because we're allowed to use our phones to look up references and stuff. One of my friends was on Facebook and she just showed me the picture of the stupid fucking dress. She was like, "What color is this tea?" I'm like, "Not this shit again."
Oh, that thing?
Yeah, the dress.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that's not the
Yes.
illusion.
I know.
she returns.
Hey guys, I'm back. Literally everywhere I go, there are a ton of people, so I'm just gonna have to. I'm just dealing with it. I'm in the computer lab right now. But let's.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. So, where we last left off, the Kerberoi was asking Sabrina what it thought was going to be a fitting punishment for breaking the law a second time.
Who say something selfish like my own life?
Yeah, that really make Otaro happy, you know. Last time.
Andrew spiritually.
Hey, I'm not over that. That was me. That was me.
Okay, then I see staring at you.
I'm just saying.
Sabrina says that she personally will fight for her freedom. My amazingly stupid idea.
Why are you always trying to 1v1 things, Brenna?
Sabrina, please, you're killing the Hotaru here.
You are a spade!
Killing me.
You are a spade.
You're also a parent.
You're also a
You
parent.
can weasel your way out of it. Please.
Okay, just a second. Actually, I'll read that for a second. She asks him. I'm not a smart person, okay? I think that like a 10-minute break would have helped me, but it didn't. Okay, I guess she... You want to go to the other group for a second as I think about it?
We're just having a leisurely rock journey.
Brain dead today.
Pioneers used to ride these babies for miles.
Oh my gosh!
It's just a stupid boulder. It's not just a boulder, it's a rock. A big dumb rock.
I'm sorry, it's my job to completely derail
Thank you.
everything.
You did it.
Mission accomplished. What's
Well,
next?
the Kerberoi at least agrees that you should pay the punishment yourself.
Good. What she wants. Alright. Maybe, okay, she suggests that she has to find her way out of here alone. That would be ample entertainment for him.
Nah, he watches people try and escape all the time.
Damn it. Well, alive people trying to escape?
Not from here.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Well,
Okay.
he actually has an idea.
Okay.
He leans down and says, I'm going to have you drink from Ariadnos without knowing what it does.
Can I roll a cult?
Sure.
Okay, I'm willpowering it.
Is that a river we haven't been to yet?
That is a river you haven't been to yet.
Like all of us?
Ariadnos or Iridanos?
Oh, okay.
Wait.
Is that named after Ariadne?
I was just gonna ask that.
Why? I'm 10 dice. Come on. Oh yes, 9 again. Sweet. Come on. Damn it. 2 successes.
How do you have 9 agains on a colt?
Professional training.
What the fuck? What the? Why don't I have that?
Trained.
Okay.